I feel like the proverbial dog who finally caught the car, and I'm like, now what? The wife and I have pulled the trigger, and we are heading to southern Utah in a frickin' small van. But damn, there is a lot to do before we leave. And I'm a little bit stressed out about it all. From booking the van, getting supply, making sure we have everything, planning the trip, getting freaking reservation. My wife came to me like a couple of weeks ago and like, we're gonna do this. And I'm like, no way, we don't have time to pull this off. Everyone is going to southern Utah. We cannot do this. And she said, yes, we can. And that's one of the best things about her, is sometimes she just forces me out of my comfort zone to do things that maybe I don't want to do. And this is one of those cases. The good news is both Betty and I have had our vaccine shots and we are fully baked. The other thing about this is we're going to be gone for 2 weeks. 2 weeks in a small vehicle together, going from our king-size bed to probably something like a full-size or smaller. But the first hurdle here, the first thing that we have to get through is the preparation. That's some of the stuff that we're bringing, and we're about 5 days from leaving. And this van thing is a little tricky because we're going to pick up the van the morning that we leave, and that's the first time we're really going to see it. But until we see what we have in the way of storage space and how we can organize things, it's gonna be hard to know what goes where. And this is a way I stay sane because I think I have it under control, but you and I know better than that. So the dogs decided that they like to tear up the drip irrigation spider line, the little 1/4-inch line. And we know this because when we turn on the irrigation in the spring, it's like frickin' waterworks. And it's just one more thing I gotta get done before we head out of town. Just a second. We're rolling, so if you could be quiet, that would be great.
Are you guys rolling?
Yep.
We are.
Then what the hell happened here? How did I get roped into this?
You said you wanted to go to the national parks.
Like, how long ago did you say this?
Oh, about 9 days ago.
What was my first response?
What?
Are you freaking crazy?
Yeah.
There's no way we could pull this off in 9 days.
Nick is a researcher. He said, well, let me call Noelle and Jeff because they bought an RV. They know how to do this. And I said, okay. And they sent us an Excel document. I actually printed out their Excel document, read it, and made notes.
You don't have to yell. It took a while to get an RV, but we got an RV, and the RV has a toilet in it, and so you're happy.
And a shower.
And a shower.
And a bed.
Are you excited? Are you scared? Are you like frightened? Or you think you're going to kill me after a week?
I was terrified. I didn't know if I was going to fit in my pants. And then I found them, and I tried them on, and they fit. And I did that 6 days ago.
I'm looking forward to spending time with you disconnected as well. We're both kind of busy people. We tend to load things on. But when we go away together, when we get away from here, it's really nice to drop into a groove with each other.
Wait. First, I want to just say my friends are horrified. They're like, you're doing what with him? For how long? Because truly, we've been married. We're coming up on
30 years.
No, 27 and a half.
30.
27 and a half. And yeah, you could go either way. We could become even closer or call it quits upon return and the return of that RV.
Or it's a big desert out there and I might come home alone. That's a possibility too. Okay, what have I learned? Well, the first thing I've learned is don't wait till the last second like we did. Getting campgrounds, making plans, finding a vehicle. All these things were way more difficult and probably cost a few extra dollars as well. So start early. On the vehicle front, there are so many different places online to kind of look for vehicles, specifically in your area, most likely. One thing that's super important is figure out beforehand if your auto insurance carrier will cover you. Because if you have a Class B van like we did, there's a good chance they will cover you. If you get something bigger, then you may need to get the specialized insurance from the people who are renting you the RV. But do your homework up front so you know about that. We mostly have sites in RV parks in southern Utah, but there are several days when we don't have a site, and we're going to do something called dispersed camping. And dispersed camping is when you drive your vehicle out on BLM, Bureau of Land Management land, and you can literally pull your vehicle off into a flat spot and camp. And you can do it in a tent or an RV or, whatever you're in. And it's totally above board and acceptable. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. The idea of staying out, looking out at a vista on BLM land where maybe there aren't a lot of people, that really appeals to me. Another thing that took me a while to figure out, and really it kind of took all the stress off, is I have everything I need around me. I have my wife, I have food, I have bedding, I have shelter, I have water. Everything I need is with me. So even if we have a mechanical problem or don't get where we want to go, or maybe one of our reservations is screwed up, there's always an option, and that option is to pull off on the side of the road and sleep. Okay, so I talk about taking better care of yourself so you can get out and do things. This, for me, is proof of concept. I'm lucky enough to have a partner who pushes me when I hesitate, as she pushed me on this one. And now I am really looking forward to going to southern Utah. As someone who was a backpacker a long time ago, and as someone who likes to get outside on my bike and hike and be in nature, I can't think of a better thing to do with the person that I love most. And I feel incredibly lucky to have the opportunity to leave the comforts of home, hit the road, and see what we're going to find.